This episode of the Concord Cooperative, Concord Village, Brooklyn, New York, 11201, managed by AKAM, is called 10 Nazis at the Table, a story about Joyce Glaberson. Now, I knew this woman was full of shit long before she exposed she was two-faced. But we all have to work for money, and she was willing to pay me. And I have to tolerate people's nonsense all the time as a personal trainer. Just listen. Yeah. Okay. Say something ignorant. Let's change the topic and let's get you doing those sit-to-stand exercises. Okay, lady? Anyway, on surface level, very sweet, kind of grandma type vibe from her. However, she exposed herself multiple times before we get to the highlight. So she's a neoliberal, not much different than the neoconservative. Neoconservatives don't give a shit about basic human rights. All about money, right? The neoliberal pretends to care about basic human rights. In theory, they'll say, oh, this is terrible. Oh, I can't believe this is happening. Blah, blah, blah. If only somebody would do something about it. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it, lady? Nothing. Because they're one and the same. Kind of like a white guilt. They feel shame, but not enough to do anything to change it, right? So the first inkling I had about her was, I told her that, she tells me about all the places she's traveled around the world. She snowshoes, she jet skis, blah, blah, blah. I told her I went to Rio, Brazil, and how much fun I had and how beautiful it was. And she told me, oh, I just watched documentaries about the favelas and the juxtaposition of the poor up in those mountains right across from million-dollar hotels, so I wouldn't want to go there. I told her, lady, we're the middle-income housing sandwiched between the actual projects and the multi-million-dollar studios in new developments. So what are you talking about here? She's, oh, that's different. Yes, it's different. It's much worse in the U.S. because we have all the resources and it shouldn't be happening in the first place. Why is it happening? Because of you. Because you want to pretend to be a Democrat or liberal or progressive, but these type of people, oh, you know who they like to vote for in New York? The Republicans, the Democrats that used to be Republicans. They love the Mayor Adams, because now they can say, oh, I voted for a Democrat, not a Republican, but I get the Republican policies that are going to benefit me and fuck all the minorities. Oh, I love Michael Bloomberg. Yeah, because he's a Republican, but he's a Democrat, but he's an independent. So I'm going to get all the policies and none of the blame. We could just point fingers at Republicans. Republicans bad. Neoliberals bad. What don't you get about this, lady? Anyway, so she thinks Michael Bloomberg is great. He should have won the primary, right? And stop and frisk, me and all my friends getting harassed every time you go to the train station, makes her feel safe. Scared white lady. Oh, scary minorities in the neighborhood. Oh, pat them down every time. And the statistics are in. Minorities get harassed by this policy like 9 times higher than whites, and they're not found to have weapons or anything illegal at any rate higher than whites. So what is this really about, lady? Anyway, so getting closer to the point, all right? Hold on. There's a program at the end of our block called Breaking Ground that houses rehabilitating addicts and homeless people. And they fought tooth and nail in this neighborhood to make sure it didn't happen right next to us. Oh, scary black people. So they have the will to go to these city council meetings to protest, right? Because of scary black people. But her scary white and Jewish friends harassing minorities in our co-op, oh, free pass. They get away with it. Why? Because she has information that is valuable in a court case prosecuting hate crimes and white supremacy. And when I asked her if she would testify, no response. She refused. Stop talking to me. Oh, what a surprise. So, bring up that quote again. If there are 9 Nazis at the table and you sit with them, there's 10 Nazis. All right, I wrote this letter to her after I moved. Because after Marsha Rimler boycotted my business and got Joyce and all her friends to stop seeing me and forced me to move, she comes visit me one more time because I'm doing personal training in my apartment because people are afraid to go to the gym after COVID. And she left in the middle of her package, but she saw that I was moving and she wanted to spy. She come visit me, see what's going on here. And anyway, so here's the email I wrote to her. Hi, Joyce. How have you been? Remember our last session in my apartment when you came to spy on me for Marsha Rimler? When I pointed out that I was recording the window for my time-lapse on that tripod? Well, it turns out I don't need your cooperation with taking action against Marsha Rimler because I already have audio of you confessing that she called you to do exactly what she said she was going to do. Boycott my business. And convince my clients to leave my care, which you did. And the best part is, you don't need permission to record people in New York State. My luck. It's going on the internet and submitted as evidence in court if need be. Just know Google results will forever show that you defended a white supremacist. Very poorly, in fact, trying to blame her condition on COVID or dementia when she has a 20-year track record at least of documented racism. And you were never ashamed to be acquaintances with her, in quotes. Who swapped parking spots with her? By the way, that's illegal, against the co-op's rules. See, they sent out a letter that only the person who is paying rent on that spot can park there, and you have to have a tag showing that. And they got volunteers to scour the grounds and looking for people that were not parked in the appropriate space. So they know how to take action when, fucking terrible thing that's happening. People are swapping parking spots, but they don't do anything about fucking racism and hate crimes. Anyway, she used to go to the beach with her, and I said, you're only ashamed that the jig was up, and you had to distance yourself from her, and now you will be tied to her on the internet forever anyway. It's 2025. Minorities aren't taking your shit anymore, and we don't need two-faced hypocrites as allies. Bye.